YouTube? Doomnyc here with another deck profile. This one is going to be Constellar. I'm telling you, I'm just not getting bored at all because there's just so many decks, so many deck profiles. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, but I'm having fun. I'm having a blast making these vids. So we got another deck profile here, Constellars. This is my take on the deck. I was playing this before the ban list. Obviously, a couple things changed, but I got a few tech choices that some of you guys might disagree with, but we're gonna talk about the deck a little bit right now. So we got the 3 Cows, 3 Pollux, 3 Gretties. Now with triple Gretty, this is pretty bad because this is a Veiler magnet, so this does get Veilered a lot. I mean, you should play it only because with Pollux and Gretty, you can get like 3 level 4s on the field at the same time. But I'd rather have them use Veiler on this than have them use Veiler on this, because Sombre is like the MVP card. Like, you really that'll get you out of a lot of jams. So you got 1 Bear, the 3 Sombres, 1 Honest, obviously, because you're playing all lights. We got 2 Sheridans. Again, some people might be like, I don't know, but it just adds a little bit more consistency to the deck. I mean, I'm not going to use this for any rank 3 plays, but, it's there to search. And usually, if I draw this first turn with some back row, like, that's a pretty safe play. And then 1 Hawa, and honestly, guys, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but honestly, guys, this card is so good. I'm thinking about even playing 2, but, it's better. I'm only playing 1 because it's better to draw this late game. I mean, basically, alright, let me explain why this card is so good and why you should play this in your Constellar deck. This card is like a 1 card Xyz. Let me tell you why. Because, first of all, if you have like any of your Constellar XYZs in the grave, and I mean any of them, right? This can summon 1 Constellar monster, period, besides himself. So literally anything, any of these monsters, any of the XYZs, anything. Even if you had M7, in the grave, you could still get that with this. So basically, you're saying, why do I want an XYZ monster without materials? Well, technically, it does have materials, because you tribute this, say you get back your Omega, and then you can overlay this on top of it, M7, and now M7 will have a material, and you got all of that just off of 1 summon, Hawa. Next, you could tribute this, and you'll see this in one of my duels. You can tribute this, get back Sombre, use Sombre's effect, banish this to normal summon one of the other ones that's in the grave, and then you can Xyz. So it's a 1 card Xyz there too. That's why this card is really, really good. If there was a way to load your graveyard up faster with Constellars, then you'd obviously want to play like 3 of these. Like, if you were playing like a Lightsworn deck, like, you'd want to play triple Hawa. Like, this would be really good. Alright, so 18 monsters. I don't play anything else. I'm playing triple Gretty right now. I mean, this is like, for online. Obviously, if you're running up against double or triple Veiler, you may want to change your deck. But right now, for online use, try this deck. Triple Gretty is working out pretty nice. And also, it's good that if they use it on this, you do play enough back row where this could survive a turn. So 1 Reinforcement, get your Pollux, Dark Hole, triple Space. I mean, I like this a lot. It's really good. Double Lance, you gotta play Lance in the deck, like, without question. Even though Omega does like prevent stuff, Lance is still good because they can chain to Omega's effect. So that's why I say you should play the Lance. Alright, triple shard of greed. This is probably where a lot of people, honestly, this card works so well in this deck. It's ridiculous. People do play this, Pot of Duality, but I find that this is a lot better because Pot of Duality makes the deck slow because you can't special summon the turn you use it, but with Shard, this is a really good card to play first turn. That's why I like running 3. You play this first turn, and before you know it, in 2 turns, and then this card really helped me in one of my matches, which you'll see, against Mermail. So, the deck really plays really well. 2 tanky, actually, this makes, because we can only play 2, this actually makes the deck more consistent. And the reason for that is when Tenki was at 3 and I was playing this deck, I didn't like drawing Tenki late game and already using the 3 cows, because I always ran Sheridan, so I would be stuck, and so I had to run double bear. And when I ran double bear, I didn't run this until I figured out that, man, this card is so good. Alright, I gotta fix this deck up. So when Tenki went to 2, that kind of solved a lot of problems. Because at 2, this is perfect. I can get bear anytime I need it, but I never search bear if it's early game. Only when my opponent has a monster that I want to use the effect. So, So those are the spells. For the traps, we got 1 XYZ Reborn. Obviously, for this deck, it ends up being really good, especially for Pleiades, because going first turn or second turn Pleiades is just a fantastic play. Bottomless, 2 Mirror Force. Torrential, D-Prison, Compulse is Compulse, 2 Fiendish Chains, 1 Call of the Haunted, and 1 Solemn Warning. The Call I'm playing because of Sombre, so that's the only reason I play the Call, but if I wanted it, I could take this out and put it in a second Prison, because I like the defense that the deck has. It's really good. Alright, for the extra, 1 Gaia, because, you do get a, rank 5's pretty easy. Also, you get this Messiah, which is a rank 6, so you can actually go this, use your materials out, and then go this. It's really nice. 2 Pleiades, only because I want to run other stuff in the deck, or else I would tell you to run 3 of this because it's so good. 1 Volcasaurus, Ouroboros. You can go into this with your Gretty plays. Utopia. 1 Constellar Beehive. This is just fantastic. Also, you don't need to attack a monster for this effect to go off. You can actually just attack directly. So his attack will go from 24 to 34. It also gives you, a big beat stick to get over, hard to get over things. So that's a really good option. 2 Omegas. I think this is pretty staple in the deck. Black Ship, staple. Direwolf. You do run some Beast Warriors in here, and these are also beasts. So, you can use Direwolf's effect. 2 Starliege. Starliege is just freaking fantastic. If you're not going to play Starliege in Constellar, then I just don't know what to tell you. This card is just way too good. And 1 Cowboy. Cowboy is just a great card to round out any extra deck. I don't play it in every extra deck, but in Constellars, this is one of those decks that I like Cowboy a lot, and you'll see it comes in handy. The side deck is just, again, Pot of Duplicity. This is a good deck to run it, but because no battle phase, same thing with Constellar Rebirth. When you add 2 from the graveyard to your hand, it's bad because you have to skip your battle phase. Well, the deck's 40 cards, 17, 12, 11. So let's check out some duels. We got some nice, I got some nice replays here. So you're going to see, Shard of Greed first turn is obvious, it's really good. I don't want to play Kaus just yet. So he's going to go Monk, Sacred Crane, draw a card off the effect, go Laval. I'm like, nope, you're not using Laval Chains. And I'm going to space that. Oh, I got a counter on the Shard of Greed, so now I'm going to attack 18. I still got Compulse and Chain on the field. Goblinberg to Crane against another card, goes into Utopia. See, and he plays this, Barion's Force, man. So I compulse that quickly. Alright, so I'm going to play the other Shard of Greed, get 2. And as you can see now, I'm going to be able to get 3 of these guys on the field. I'm going to really attack. And then he's going to be left with 7. I'm just going to go Cowboy for game. And that's going to be that. So, you see the plays. They're pretty simple most of the time. Alright, so here I draw Hawa, but this is bad when you draw it early because you don't have like anything in the grave. Like, I really want to use the effect on Sombre, only. So you kind of need to have like some cards. So I'm going to summon this. I'm going to get the Gretty. And the reason I got the Gretty was... Right, he's going to get that back. The reason I got the Gretty was so I could summon Gretty, go into Hawa, and then tribute to Hawa for the level 4. But didn't need to do that. See, so chain the effect, bam, attack for 24. See, and now this is going to get interesting now because I'm gonna chain this. Right, and he's still gonna go into lead yoke. I'm like, okay, compulse. See, that's the bad thing about lead yoke. Can avoid all the destruction in the world, but he can't stop compulse. That's just the way it is. Right. Alright, so now what is he's gonna go back into this again. Back into lead yoke. Now he's going to play this to be able to attack twice, but I'm just going to mirror force because when you play this card, you lose all your materials, so that's pretty bad. So the mirror force was free to go. And that was that. Next up, who are we playing here? Okay, so I'm not really sure because, he's got the Spy, a Thunder King, and a Mech Lord. So this is kind of confusing. Like, even when I watch this again, so I'm like, I'm just going to go first turn Pleiades. That's the best play. And then he draws Spirit Reaper. I'm like, okay. So I don't know. So he's going to play this. I'm like, nope. I'm going to Lance. I'm like, okay, you want to destroy the call? That's no problem. Thunder King? Nope. Put that back in your hand. And he's going to end right here because he knows what's about to happen. I'm going to attack with Bear, get the Tenki, search a Kaus, and then when he summons a monster, I'm going to use Pleiades' effect again to put it back. He has no back row. If he sets Spy, I'm going to use Bear's effect to destroy it. So, there's just really nothing he could do. So Scoop in there was the best option for this guy. Oh, where were we at? Number 4? Alright, we got a Spellbook player here. So this guy's, a lot of Magical Exemplar. I see this card like way too often these days. So I'm like, alright, if you got anything to activate, I'm just going to chain Omega's effect. And I've got the Compulse. So I see this, I'm thinking, but he doesn't play anything here. I'm like, okay, that defeats the whole purpose of this deck. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, Pollux, I'm going to search with this, get the Sombre. So he's going to target Maiden. He's going to get this. I'm going to put this back. I'm like, you can keep that in your hand. Let me see if he's running more than one Blue Eyes in his deck. Which, it turns out that he is. So look, check this out. So he changed Maxi. I'm like, alright, I don't want anything targeting me. So yeah, he summons this. So I chain the effect so that all of these guys become impervious, and then I go Dark Hole because this doesn't target, destroys everything, and then he's left with just this garbage. And Blue-Eyed Maiden is in the garbage. So we're going to go to the next duel here. And we're playing another Battling Boxer matchup. I guess this deck has a really good matchup. So he sees the Gretty. I'm going to let him draw that first card. But see, I got the Hawa here, so I don't Xyz. He Dark Holes. I'm like, that's fine. He doesn't attack with lead yoke, so I'm like, I'm going to hit that Mirror Force. So here's where I go Hawa, get the Constellar, Sombre, and see how it works? I go to Star Liege. Look at this. He's going to Mirror Force my monster, but I'm going to get a card, search the Bear, And look at this. No, he's got 0 attack, and he's just like, you know, he's going to hit the D prison. But he can't attack. He's not going to summon this. This has 0 attack. He could set it. I'm just going to summon Bear. If he puts this in defense mode, I'm going to get rid of the Tanky, destroy that, attack, get another Tanky. It's just ridiculous. See, this is why you got to play Star Leech, and this is why Hawa is so good. Because of plays like that. That's the reason why I play the 1 Hawa. Alright, and here we go. I'm playing Mermail. So I don't know if this guy was playing bad or not. But to me, it seemed like he was doing stuff like... I don't know if you're supposed to play this, Abyssine, but... whatever. He had a full field, but I think what he did is he overextended too much. So he went to Shark, then he got this. Bigger defense. You know, so I'm like, alright, Shard agreed, I'm going to summon this, get this, see, and I go Ouroboros, so I'm going to send this back to his extra, attack this, he's going to use the effect, alright, cool, so now, we've got this, so he's going to do some stuff, search the title, get another title, on my turn he's going to use this effect, put this in defense mode, and I can't attack, so I'm like, alright, cool, I'll just discard a card from your hand, set this out on my next C. He's gonna get this, bring this back, but luckily for me I have no cards in my hand. Now I don't know why he went into Dracossack. I'll be completely honest, to blow up that Mirror Force, that was just a bad play. I would have went into Big Eye and I would have taken this monster, but now I've got the 2 counters on this. See, I'm gonna go into Hawa, and I only did that just to put up a wall just in case. Because, you know, I wanted, and then, because I didn't know what this face down was. So, he flips, he attack. I don't know why he put them both in attack mode. So I'm like, okay. And the Tanky now is a problem because I'm just going to get Bear. And I'm going to be able to attack over everything. And see it with Bear's effect there, I would have been able to search again. Would have just been ridiculous. And I had the space and the compulse. Yeah, so he scooped right there. That was, you know, that was pretty fun. But here's the deck again, guys. Trust me when I say this, that, you know, deck building is something that I do pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the best at it, but I do build decks that win. So try this deck out. You know, it works really well. The Shard of Greed is a great tech. The Hawa is fantastic. I mean, just try it. You will not be, but just play 1 because, you know, it's better to get some of this stuff in the graveyard before you draw this. But, you know, it's just a fantastic card. So, guys, thanks again for watching the video. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and until next time, YouTube, peace.